It was time to visit Uganda's most remote gem and least crowded national park with the most raw experience and untamed wilderness, qualities attributed to its remote location. It's nicely tucked away in Uganda's northeastern corner bordering Southern Sudan in the north and Kenya in the east. It showcases the picturesque semi-arid savannah landscapes, a backdrop of the mountain ranges traversed by Kidepo and Narus rivers. Savannah Lodge welcomed us in the darkest part of the night. 8 hours earlier, we had checked in after 7 hours drive from Nakapiri. Completely exhausted, we had to deal with the most important issues first, and that was nourishment. We were famished and we needed feeding. After checking in, we enjoyed a lovely meal. The food was yummy. I enjoyed my steamed rice, which was matched perfectly well with seasoned boneless chicken. Everyone was left to their own vices, and there were plenty of choices to indulge ourselves. The dessert was deliciously tasty. We were later shown our tent rooms, slightly unnerving as we are literally next to the national park. Animals were known to freely move around at night. Stealing a glance at my accommodation in daylight, a few meters away from my neighbor. I made my way to the restaurant for breakfast as we had an early start to maximize our sighting potential. This is not a place for lying. These guys were already on their second cup of tea. Breakfast was gorgeous to say the least, and we had our lunch packed for us. The lodge's close proximity to the park meant we had less of a distance to drive to the main gate of the national park. We were gifted with our first wildlife sighting as soon as we left Savannah Lodge. Waterbucks are large, water-dependent antelopes known for their shaggy coats and musky smell. They produce an oily musky secretion from their sebaceous glands, which acts as a water repellent on their coat. The predator deterrent myth from these secretions is untrue as widely believed. They are still eaten by lions, hyenas, leopards, and crocodiles. Our subsequent fortune in sightings dipped as we made our way to Kalukudu Gate. We were allowed to drive in the park and advised to pay at the end, which was very considerate. Pumba was unexciting, quite shy. I wouldn't blame her, as she kept her distance. She was unusually on the large side, which led to speculations of her being pregnant. We came across the tallest mammoth in the world, which stood still for a few minutes for a photo shoot. Our guess was it was a male one. Beautiful backdrops of the mountains beyond. This male buffalo had been kicked out of the herd, normally kicked out by the younger male buffaloes. Another buffalo which had been enjoying a good mud spa. They wallow for a few practical reasons as they benefit from cooling down, sun protection on very hot days, and for parasitic removal. The mud normally forms a barrier against biting insects, and when it dries and flakes off, it takes off the annoying ticks and lice with it. We always find the sausage tree fascinating. Surprisingly, most of them have been found in national parks. Their fruits are the most flamboyant feature, which at times dangles in clusters. Can weigh up to 5 kilograms. The unripe fruit is poisonous, especially to humans. We were stopped in our tracks by a few hemi-tailed guinea fowls, and we had to wait for them before we could move forward. To our left was a clapperton fancolin, a bird found in several African countries, including Sudan, Ethiopia, and Cameroon. Kidepo Valley National Park hosts around 86 species of mammals and 475 bird species. It offers a few activities which include nature walks with a ranger guide, birding, hiking, game drives and night game drives. This time round, our interest was the game drive as we are not keen enough to have nature walks in this part of the world. We made our way to Observation Hill, which provides panoramic views of the park, a place where lions would have liked to stay and watch their prey. There is a toilet as well, a perfect time for a break. We were able to spot a few Jackson hartebeests and zebras, however they're a few kilometers away. Zebras in Kidepo Valley National Park develop a distinct maneless appearance as they mature, making them different to the zebras in Lake Mburo National Park, which are known for their fuller stripes. This felt like Jackson hartebeest country as they were plentiful in the park. Then came the oribis. If you're not careful, you could easily miss them as most of them were hiding in the long grass. We came across a few Ugandan cobs. They were also hiding in the long grass. They tend to form large herds and use unique breeding arenas for mating. They leap into the air or run into water to escape predators like big cats. Elands are the world's largest antelopes, known for their ox-like build, spiral horns, and impressive jumping ability. They are herbivores, form large herds, and use their horns for reaching food and defense. An adult male can weigh up to 1 ton. African buffaloes are part of the Big Five, known for their massive curved horns, especially the males. They are excellent swimmers, can weigh up to 870 kilograms, have a lifespan of 11 to 22 years in the wild. Buffaloes have great eyesight, hearing, and smell, mainly to spot lions, their main threat. The best time to visit Kidepo Valley National Park is the dry season, which is December to February and June to September, which are the best time for wildlife sightings. Animals tend to gather around the scarce water sources in the Narus Valley, and the grass is shorter. Narus River flows in the northwest direction through the southern part of Kidepo Valley National Park to join the larger Kidepo River. Narus comes from a Karamoja word meaning mud. When the water levels are high, it's advisable not to cross and wait for the levels to drop. Old male African buffaloes often live solitary or in small bachelor groups. They are more aggressive and easily provoked than herd members due to lack of numbers. They are formidable, dangerous individuals that rely on strength and experience, frequently found wallowing in mud. One can notice the hair which has been lost as they grow older. It normally helps with sun and insect protection. To our right is the airstrip. Most visitors travel by chartering a flight to the Poka airstrip. Alternatively, if one can endure the 10-hour drive from Kampala, that's another option. This was our preferred option as we had different arrangements for the entire trip. We were overwhelmed by the number of the Jackson hartebeest. They have elongated faces with distinct backward curving horns, mainly found in Uganda and Kenya. They can weigh up to 200 kilograms. They are vigilant, often looking out for their predators, the lions, leopards, and wild dogs. They can reach up to speeds of 70 kilometers per hour and among the fastest antelopes. Can maintain high speeds over long distances to evade predators. Mount Murungole is a sacred prominent peak in Kidepo Valley National Park. It acts as a backdrop to the park's flat plains, Kidepo and Narus rivers. It's a significant water catchment area for the park's rivers and is home to the Ik people, a unique tribe with interesting traditions. We had a chance to see a massive herd of African buffaloes. There were many in number, stretching as far as the eyes could see. This lonely male waterbuck was by itself watching over its back. Kidepo Valley National Park was established in 1962. It covers 1,442 square kilometers with the rugged Mountain Murungole in the vicinity. It's the only place in Uganda with ostriches, cheetahs, bat-eared foxes. Unfortunately, we're not lucky enough this time round. We stopped over at Uganda Wildlife Authority offices to pay our dues and also to have lunch. Lucky enough, we had some animals following our trail. We were surprised to notice that pumbas were not afraid of humans and they were freely roaming around Uganda Wildlife Authority offices. The Abyssinian ground hornbill are known for walking long distances in the grassland. They are carnivores, eating small animals, have a slow breeding rate, often raising only one chick every few years with family help. They live in pairs or family groups in the savannah and can live up to 40 years in captivity. As soon as we left Kidepo Valley National Park, the heavens opened. It was a huge blessing as we had our viewings to our eyes' satisfaction without any interruption. I hope the above viewings were to your delight, and if you enjoyed them, please like and subscribe. Till next time.